Hi, Daddy. What you doing?
You doing the regatta shuffle right now? Oh, a little scullin' and scoopin'. Some cold styling thing. Well, let's go.
Yo, it's your boy Dice tonight, and this is episode 88 of the Sup'm Show. De-escalate getting beat up. But we got your full court defense right here today. What's going on?
Ain't nothing. Usual. Here to give my take on,
Let me make it usual. Hold on, let me make
shit.
it the usual. Let me make it the usual. Let me make it the usual.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Welcome to the Sup'm Show. Or should I say the JP Show?
That's what it is,
We about to
JP.
get it on, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I saw some disturbing videos. I popped that inside our group chat of a lady
Mm-hmm.
fisting up this man who's carrying a child.
Yeah.
And it's one of those topics that I don't know, I wouldn't say we shy away from it. I think in 2024 has been a lot of talk about equality and saying, you know, what's right for or what's wrong for a man can also be wrong for a woman and vice versa. But I wanted to jump in. I wanted to show everybody this video and get everyone's take on it. What up, K Mac in the building?
Came back in the
As
building.
men, and we say it a lot on the show, we go hard on dudes who hit women.
There go my brother from another
Especially
mother
this
right
dude.
there.
Especially Dr. Ken Bazard. You go
Gentlemen.
real hard. Hey, I don't have my 1 sec.
Sir,
I'll catch
represent.
up later. Yeah, we
I'm
go
representing
hard.
someone else.
We go hard
What's
on
going on,
dudes who hit girls. We talking about dudes getting
What's going
beat
on
up,
with
man.
K-Mac, man?
He just saying what's up.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. Now I hope my camera don't go too high here because I recorded in my daughter's room because the other room, the office area is occupied now, and she have a bunch of, pretty pink stuff up here. So letting you all know right off the top, if you all
want
see
me
it, it don't belong. It don't belong to Big JP, all right?
I gotta add that to the
We know that's
disclaimer.
your room.
No
We know
problem.
that's your room. Okay.
Shut up.
All right, so
Okay.
I want to show this video so we could
Still
set the
love you, bro.
stage for the discussion
I know.
today. For whilst y'all getting all lovey dovey. So let's look at this thing here. This is extreme to me. I feel like he's trying to get away. He walking away, she pulling him back. The little boy saying something.
You want him behind him?
All right, so
There you go.
yeah, we don't have to
Translation,
get any
just in case y'all don't know, Big JP speaks that language. He said, relax before I throw you off the second floor.
No, but
Man.
we had some. I want to bring up. Let me see how I can do this now. I want to go through some of the comments garnished by this thing here. Let me see. So, and this is the comment that I think you responded to, Doc, from Pajama Doll. I think this is the end of a man who has been abusing a woman. Pause.
What's the name? What's the name of the person that dropped that comment?
Pajama Doll, and I. the thing is, I know that it's a strategy for a lot of content creators to go on to posts and just purposefully say something contrary to what is
Yeah.
Yeah.
visibly the situation in a video. And you have to, stay mindful that that could possibly be the reason why this person is saying something that is so obvious that they think that the man is the problem in this video, where the man is clearly shown walking away. And I know a lot of instances where men walk away. I don't know, any of you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you get punched up in the back of your head, and just be cool. You just keep walking because the punch in the
Punch
back
you
of the
up in the
head.
back of your head, brother. One of my close friends over here gets stabbed in the neck, bro.
Jeez.
Was in intensive care, trying to walk away. And as
Wow.
far as I know, no, let me get my disclaimer here. I'm not in the home with them 24/7. But as far
Right.
as I know, he's not aggressive. As far as I know, what everybody else says about him, she is the aggressor from day one. But you also got to put the blame on men, because what you encounter from day one rarely changes. That's the problem with men. Men, you will see the red flags, but because you're so infatuated with the coochie or how she look, you'll ignore these things and figure the further on you go in their relationship, things will change. Sometimes they do, they rarely don't. A leopard does not change their spots.
For the sake, that's a word. For the sake of, now that I said it, you got to have your take these things with a grain of salt, because people make these comments on purpose.
Mhm.
Let me read the whole thing. I think this is the end of a man who has been abusing a woman. He won't let her take the kid. So he snatched up the boy, and she is trying to stop him from taking the baby from her. She's being aggressive because she has people around as witness to the situation. They are manipulating us by only showing her as the aggressor. She's fighting to keep her baby from him. Now, we all watched the video just now, and
Mhm.
I I I like how people I love to let people speak, because you see how they say things that contradict what they're actually the point that they're actually trying to make. And she's saying that the man is the problem and he won't let her take the kid, and yada yada yada. But in the same paragraph, she also says, or um, accuses they, whoever I guess is showing the video, posting the video, of manipulating her as showing the woman as the aggressor. But the whole time she was trying to paint the man as the aggressor. But now she feels manipulated into thinking that the woman is the aggressor. But beyond all of this now, because I find that this, and in the word of the century, I think, is gaslighting. And the gaslight here is literally trying to get people to. We had a show and I said women gaslight themselves, right? And I still stand on that. And I think that comment is evident of that, because I know some women who can see that the sky is blue and they still call it red.
For the sake of argument, add that on it too.
Yeah. Yeah, for the sake of the argument, because they'll
For the
tell you,
sake
but
of the
how,
argument.
For
if
the
you
sake of
remove the,
for the sake of the cause, for the sake of the cause of their
The
neo,
need,
what I,
the
the
need to be right.
neo-feminine. Yeah,
The need to
for the
be
sake
right.
of cause, you know what I mean?
so let's,
Some of them will go. They'll go down with the ship, like you said, Dyson.
yeah,
They will look
mm-hmm,
at the blue sky and call it red.
mm-hmm.
They look at the blue
Let's,
sky and call it red, just because. Look, we all have to, and we've done it almost every single show. We've always turned the finger towards our agenda and say, "Listen, guys,
Mhm.
get your thinking ass together.
Yeah.
Don't
Yep.
be
You
out
always
here
have.
talking.
facts.
Don't be out here talking about this, that, and the next, and use mine and use this, and your I came together." So but you never see the other side do that. It's always, well,
Yeah.
again, they're manipulating us to show her as the aggressive, and clearly he picked the kid up so that he thought, and I'm not saying I know what happened either, but it appears to me that he picked
We
the
could see
kid
what
up.
happened though, but go ahead.
Yeah, but it
Uh-huh.
appears to me that he picked the kid up so that she would stop hitting him in his face,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
right? So because he was
Uh-huh.
walking with the kid on the ground at first,
Uh-huh.
so she hit him in the face a few times, which he took those shots, right? And then I guess he said, "Okay, I'm tired of taking these shots." He picks the kid up, like, and holds him close, so I guess so she wouldn't hit him in the face. She still hits him in the face. She still hits him in the face, like right next to the kid. You understand what I mean?
I mean, you could see
So
that the kid, she never reaches out for the kid.
she never reaches out for the kids.
He picks
He
up the
lets
kid.
go. He lets go of the kid a few times. All right.
The kid never reaches out to her.
Kid never reaches out to her. As a matter of
Notice
fact,
that.
the
The kid isn't screaming, "I want to go to my mommy."
the kid is shouting at her. Now we don't know what they're saying, but the kid is shouting at her. And somebody in the comments
The
said
kid
that
is
the kid was
saying,
saying, "Stop, mommy." That's what the kid was. Somebody in the comments said that's what the kid was saying. That the kid was saying, "Stop, mommy." I don't know what the kid was
I
saying.
thought he was saying, "You're not my mommy." But anyway. Okay, so
Good one.
so let
But
me
I
move
gotta
on.
make a point. I gotta make one point, Dyson.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
Do your
kid,
thing.
this I don't want to go that I don't know if we're going there too soon, but this gentleman, if he's not a martial artist already, if you don't have his black belt, give this man his black
I
belt.
saw it. I saw it.
Give this man his black belt, please.
Tremendous restraint.
Tremendous control and restraint. The girl was on her.
But watch the flip. Watch the flip. Kick, flip. He is.
Simple.
He's trained.
Down. He could have smashed the face right there. He could have really smashed the face up. He didn't do it.
No.
He gets up and she's still holding on to him. She's still holding on. He tries to walk away again.
Mm-hmm.
She's still holding on to his shirt. She's still pulling on his shirt. You know what I mean? Because he really could have done some damage if he wanted to, and he didn't. He chose not to do more damage. He really could have. So give this man his black belt, please.
You know what? Another thing the ladies need to understand. Once again, I'm not in their household. I can't verify exactly what happened, like that dumbass comment that whoever made that. But women, y'all must understand whether you're at fault or not at fault. And a situation like this takes place, it's in your best interest to walk away. It's in your best interest to walk away because there's only so much anybody could take before they just lash out.
Yep.
And sometimes you can't come back when the lashing starts.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Speaking about knowing when to walk away and when to come on board.
So it's about time. Late as hell though, but I'm not saying.
I've been waiting backstage.
She probably was here for a minute, but I didn't scroll up because I got a lot of things on the stage backstage.
What time?
She crying, let me in. Let me in, fellas.
Please.
Oh my gosh.
Look here. Yes, K-Mark, we got you queen.
Yeah, K-Mark, she in. Jeez, man, jeez.
And it's and I don't know. We've been three men yapping for a minute, so I think it is about that time for. Have you seen the video? And I mean, I know you've seen it in the group chat, but you remember this?
Yes.
This situation here. And a woman's take on what's happening here, because there's another woman in the comments that said that she was trying to take her child and it was him. He was obviously, I don't know, the aggressor.
So here's what I say to that. He was trying to take her child. I didn't see her stop yet to ask anyone, help. This person is trying to take my child. Right. Somebody call the police or anything. And even at one point, I know he put the kid down. She didn't even reach for the kid. She's still not reaching for the kid. I mean, if I feel like someone's trying to take my kid, I would be trying to put myself between my child and the person.
Yep.
Fox.
But she is directly going at this man. And personally, when I was watching this, the moment he gripped her, I was like, finally. I mean,
Watch
seriously,
yourself now.
because
Hey, Ants, don't get canceled on behalf of them something show boys.
let me say this. I believe in defending yourself no
Yeah.
matter who it
Hmm.
is.
Yeah.
And you can tell the amount of restraint this guy had. He did not want to hit this woman.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, facts.
He did not. Like, he kept holding back. You could tell he's probably, and we don't even know their language, but just by their body language, you could tell that he was telling her to stop or what have you. But she kept pursuing him
Yeah.
at the same time while not trying to ask for help.
Yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
So
So
that throws that
So,
first
so,
comment in
so,
the
so,
garbage.
and what should a woman do? Let's just hypothesize that he was taking a child away, which
mhm,
which is crazy anyway, but don't make sense. But let's just say,
right.
for argument's sake,
Hmm.
that maybe it was in his day, and he was trying to keep the kid for an extra day or something, and she's trying to get
Hmm.
the kid back. What should she do in this situation
I would
besides
call
call,
I would call the authorities.
call the
Hey,
authorities?
we have a scheduled parent plan. This is not his day. I'd like to collect my child. And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, the police will, escort you to do something like that.
And that's and on top of that, even that sounds so crazy just now.
It,
Just for two grown adults just can't come together and figure that out. I need to collect my child from the baby father. That just sounds crazy. Either way, it goes.
Yeah.
You have a lot of childish adults, JP.
Man,
I'm telling
crazy.
you.
I believe you.
Oh, it's plenty
everybody
of them.
never, everybody never in a situation where we got to share parenting, like share what they call that again?
Yeah.
Parenting plan. But let me tell you
Co
something.
Yeah,
I fi- I find that when,
shared custody. Hmm.
shared
yeah,
custody.
shared custody. I know I have a shared custody agreement with my ex-husband. Just to
Mhm.
touch a little bit. And if ever they're with their dad and he would like to have, hey, such and such, I'm gonna keep them for extra amount of days. Boom.
Fine.
Great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't understand the problem.
That's what
But
I'm saying. It sounds so weird to say, hey, I want my kid. When you get to that point, like to go back and forth, you're just trying to get at each other on some spiteful shit,
but
in my opinion.
I would tell you, this is why I say there are still
Hmm.
childish people out there,
Yeah.
because even an example of my situation, if it were flipped,
Hmm.
I couldn't get no extra days.
Mm.
Mm.
There are some
So what are you trying to
childish,
say? So what are you trying to say?
Hmm.
bitter. I'm
What are
just
you trying to
saying,
say?
there are some people out there who, in my opinion, are bitter. So if you know for a fact, if I say the sky is blue, just because they want to be petty, they can say, no, that look like green to me. There are legit some people out there like that. And I actually feel sadness for the guy in the video because that kid looks
Real
young.
talk.
And if that's their child together, he got a lot of years of hmm, that.
You
And
Hopefully,
know what though?
the kid look like he's familiar with the situation. That's
Yeah,
that's
yes.
what's
I was just about to
impressive.
say that.
The
Yes,
kid
he
look like he
does.
Like
knows
he's
man.
used to
He
seeing
said
that.
that.
It didn't even phase
I
him at
think in
all.
Japanese the dude said, "Come on, man, mommy, not again. Cut, not again, mommy. Cut this foolishness out, Chad." I
Shrimp
think
fried
that's what
rice
it said.
again?
That was his. That was his. That was his demeanor. It's like, come on, man.
Right.
Ah,
One duck,
Right.
man. And
Because
one
he
duck.
seemed more cautious of the mother than he did
Yeah,
the
yeah,
father.
yeah,
so
yeah.
someone in the comments, what's this? Flea Gray 2643 said this. Her estimation is that this is ongoing in this household. The son
Yeah.
was so attached to his dad. You know who clearly the abuser is. Wow.
Yes.
I said in Japanese, I have had enough. That's what I heard. So sad for their baby. Um, and
Yeah.
then there's another comment. Go ahead. What?
You know what's so crazy? And I'm a big, big, big advocate for this. I've never been in a situation like this. Hopefully, never. But I'm a big advocate for walking the fuck away.
He was
Yeah.
trying.
No,
He
no,
was
no, no, no,
trying.
no, 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 no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
You
I don't
mean
mean
running?
walking away.
Listen, he had to
I don't
run.
mean walking away in the instance of when the violent attack happens, he tries to walk away. I mean walk away if
Or from
every
the
single
From
situation.
the get
time
go.
we around each other, this has to happen, you could have the kid. I'll deal with that when the kid gets older, and I'll sort it out.
Yes.
I'm out.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
That
I applaud that. I applaud
that
that as
that's
well.
definitely a mature. I'm
I'm
gonna
out, bro.
protect my
I don't have
peace.
time for that crap all every time we meet up. I don't have time for that.
Peace.
Because
Yeah.
I man, I'm hurting her.
Peace
Then
is
I'm
my
going to jail.
word
Peace.
right now. That
Peace.
is my
And one
word
thing
right
about
now. I
it,
use that often.
children spend, well, as human beings, the shortest part of our lives are as children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Children ain't gonna stay children for long. Before you know it, y'all can have a conversation, and these
Yeah.
kids are gonna know who the problem was.
What the problem was. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's a whole show within itself, what you just said, Hans. Will the
Absolutely.
child know who the problem is when they get older? Because I know I know from my own experience
Hmm.
that children hold some type of feelings
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
towards, the parent that had not been there to defend themselves when things were being said about them, or a certain picture was being painted of them
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
may have not been true.
Right.
Even in these comments, you can get, like, if a child came back and read these comments, the very first comment could throw them into a sense of saying, "Oh yeah, maybe I was thinking about it wrong. Maybe daddy was the problem." In a situation like that, this comment here says, this is Edwards. It's just terribly sad to see situations like this. A family, when a family isn't really communicating well and have to resort to hitting each other in order to make a
Mm-hmm.
point, which is really pointless. And the one that suffers the most is the child.
Yes.
Now, to me,
Yeah.
I agree, and I feel a little bothered by that, because self-defense is self-defense. And
Right.
in a state of anger is really a state of insanity.
Hmm.
When you get angry to the point, a lot of times you do some things and just as a reflex action. If you get scared from a roach, you 100 times, 1,000 times bigger than this roach, but you would stomp your entire house down
Which if you get
and
scared from a
fail,
roach, you need to clean
right?
your damn house. How about that?
Well, the roach could come from the neighbor house, and them flying roaches don't have no
Well,
kind of respect.
I ain't know all that. You got to clean your damn house. You scared from a roach.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It can. It can.
all bets are off when that roach does this.
Oh my
All
God.
bets,
Don't
Exactly. When
laugh.
you
all
see
bets,
that roach
all
spread,
bets off.
yeah. So I'm
All
saying
bets
there's
off.
a
But
there's a
Dyson,
state. Yes.
like, but to what you're trying to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as the parent who um may be being bad mouthed by the other parent, the only thing I would say is if you can, keep receipts. And I don't mean
Yeah.
receipts of purchase,
Mm-hmm.
but receipts of
Proof.
trying,
A
Yeah.
journal,
proof.
right?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that when this kid gets of age, they can see I have been trying to do this. I have been trying to do that. But your mother
Mm-hmm.
didn't allow me
Boy,
or your daddy didn't
boy,
allow
boy,
me.
boy, 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 Hans, I agree with you 50-50 on that one. Let me tell you something, bro. And Ken can tell you, my
That's only
patience is
half a vote.
extremely short. I have extremely short patience. And I
Hmm.
don't mean extreme short patience as far as to lash out and do something. I'm talking about to cut somebody off. Like 100%. I ain't
Yeah.
into no receipts. I ain't into none of that. I just cutting you off 100%. When the kid get old enough, we talking. If the kid don't want to talk, then do that.
But
But that's just me.
here's this, JP. You can have a straightforward opinion on it because it's not a
Hmm.
situation you've had to deal with.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I have to agree with Hans there.
when you're
Hmm.
in these situations,
Yeah, I guess you're
like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like sometimes
Is
you think
JP
you
actually
end up
wrong on this one, Dr. Ken Facade?
because you end up doing things you never would have thought you would. You just never know what you would do in a situation.
I
I
think
feel like
JP. Hold on, Doc. We have to address this now. Hold on. I think JP actually wrong on this one. I feel. I feel.
But
I think.
let's
Well,
quickly move on. Let's quickly move
yeah.
on. Hold
Please,
on.
please.
Unless you have a confession. If you want to confess, you could go ahead.
Wait. Take this camera off me. When I wrong. When I wrong. Take the camera off of me. All
Yeah, I
right.
mean, yeah. All right, I was just about to bring up this point what K Mac was just saying.
Right.
Because not only at times are the children the object of misinformation when it comes to the role that other parent played in their lives or tried to play in their life.
Mhm.
Sometimes or a lot of times, the the person who is spreading the misinformation goes after everybody
Mm.
that they know knows the other person. They
Oh
talk to
yeah.
everybody, all the friends, all the
Defamation.
family
Mhm.
members, all oh yeah,
Mhm.
they go down the line and they
Mhm.
spread this
Every last one of them get kicked rocks
picture
with.
of horror
Of
that this
chaos,
person
correct.
is, of chaos
Mhm.
that this person is. And I with
Mhm.
JP on that. For a person like me, you could say the worst.
Kick,
Yep.
I don't care. Kick rocks.
Do say what you want to say, but you're not gonna bring me to the point where I'm gonna get angry and forget my
No,
common
I agree with
sense,
that.
and then I turn
Yep, I
into the
agree.
person that you're trying to paint me to be. And that's all
Right.
it is,
That's all they
trying
want.
to get a
They want
Yes.
that
reaction.
reaction out of you.
They do want the reaction. So I say don't
Right.
feed into it. But if you have receipts, just hold on to it because the
Yeah.
your time is coming. You know what I mean? There's a
Great.
time and a space for all things.
I don't know.
Um.
I feel like I disagree with all of you
What you say?
Okay.
What you say?
because I feel like if you hold on to your receipts, you're gonna turn into that person that they're talking about.
Only if
Because
though. What if they
because
asked?
some people could take a receipt and put it in their pocket. Another one will wear it right here or right here, and that could drive you crazy. That's gonna drive you
Agreed.
crazy, and
That's a different side of what we're saying though. That's a different
one
side.
day you're gonna blow,
No,
So
and
that's
that
a
this is
could
different
be
why I
side.
said, this is why I said when I was first talking, I just cut the situation off. That's what I'm talking about.
right.
I don't want
Because
nothing
I
even
I
to do
could
with it.
listen. I could give you. I could go and dig up some receipts from past relationships from years ago and say, you know what I mean, and bring that up at any time because I
no
still
no
remember those things. But I'm saying no. But I'm saying those once you have them, once you keep them and you ingrain them inside you, like you have to work to get to let them go. Like they don't go anywhere. And then I don't think it's healthy to walk around with them things. But for me, I've been because like I said, I've been the same thing you just said about letting this person get under your skin and then turning into that same person that they saying that you are, but you know you're not, but
Mhm.
you're acting like that person because you lose control because you're holding on to something that you either want or something that they did to you that you can't let go of. Like that's to me. I had to walk away from doing that to reach where I am now.
Yep.
You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? I had to be able to throw receipts in the garbage. I had to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think what you're saying is, and we should spend some time clarifying that because that's important. Um, it's not, it's not. I don't think what Hans was talking about, definitely not what I was talking about,
Mhm.
is in a all out life term debate of who's wrong
Right.
and who's right.
Right. No.
It's simply that in the event that you are confronted with
Mhm.
what has been painted of you, or someone
Right.
saying that I don't want to work with this person because she is a bad mother, or he is a bad father, based on whoever told them that, you can say, you can have something to say, well, if I am that, how do these two things go together?
Right.
Does
But
me
don't
picking
forget,
up my
don't
child from
forget,
school every day show that I'm a
but don't
bad
forget,
father? That's the receipt, you know what I mean?
don't
Right.
forget, Dyson. Don't forget, Dyson. And this
Mm-hmm.
is where things differ. Don't for men especially. Don't forget that you're dealing with a person who's going to look at a blue sky and call it maroon.
Oh no,
But
you ain't
you're
trying to
not.
convince that
You're
person.
not. You're
You're not trying
speaking
to
to your
convince that person.
adult
No,
child.
but
You're not
you don't
speaking
have
to
to
the
convince
parents.
them. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
convince them, but they're not going to listen to you. They're going to listen to them. You understand what I'm
Them
saying?
being the
I
Are
people
don't.
you
who
I
they
don't.
referring?
talk to.
Are you
I don't
referring
think
the
so.
child is going to listen to the
What I'm
parent
saying,
who they're
okay,
staying with?
so let's
I
just
don't believe
say
that.
you're in a shared parent situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're picking up the kids from school. You're paying money. How many clips have we seen with men who do these things, and yet
Mm-hmm.
their former spouse or whoever still bring them to court, still try
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
paint them as a bad guy, and many times succeed
yeah,
Mhm.
because
But go ahead,
they're
Doctor.
always going to have the edge in the evidence department if it's my word versus yours. They always going to have the edge. Always.
Well, that's because the court system is geared towards women. That's it right
Okay,
there.
let's.
So,
But
so,
but I,
so
I will say, Dr. Kent, I was referring to adult children,
Yeah.
not
okay,
minors. I was
okay,
referring
Right.
to as these
okay.
children age out of
Yeah.
being under
Yeah.
that influence and they
Hmm.
come
Okay.
to daddy, how come mommy this or mommy that? That's what I'm referring to. And I feel like when a
Yeah.
child comes to a parent in that way, they want to know. This ain't
Yeah.
someone sending them. They're coming because they love that parent and they have genuine questions. That's what I was referring to. I don't mean trying to show receipts to a child.
Mm.
And they deserve to know. On that point, they also deserve to know who their real daddy is. But let's move on.
What?
I had this
Random,
clip.
random, random,
Yeah,
random.
y'all know how I do it.
Captain, that's Captain Random right there, boy.
let's
Left
watch
field
let's
like a
watch
small
this
apple.
let's watch this other clip, y'all, that I find interesting, that has a little bit more happening in the scenario.
You got in my face. Don't ever invade my personal space. Get out of my face! No, I'm not.
That's a lot of cursing.
I thought it's
all on
beeping it
camera.
out.
You touch me. But you in my personal space. You're in my personal space.
Is that an
Stay
airport?
out of my personal space.
That's the airport.
Is it the airport?
She's touching me.
Spirit employee.
She's touching me. And I'm touching. They don't
Yeah,
can't put my
go
hands
ahead.
on me.
And okay.
Number
Alright,
one,
so
right? Number
Y'all
one.
ain't
Let
gonna
me,
agree
let me
with me
explain
on
something to
this.
everybody right here.
Y'all
Number
ain't
one,
agree
right?
with me.
Number one. If you
yeah.
travel, if you traveling on Spirit, that's the problem. Number one. All right. Spirit is one of the cheapest airlines out there. All right. So
Right.
Spirit will harbor these type of
Type
people.
of people.
This
Stay
Okay.
man
away
is
from
wrong.
Spirit.
Point well taken.
He's
Point
wrong.
well taken.
Dr. Ken Masson, am I
Okay.
lying? Am I lying, sir? All right. Stay away from Spirit, people. When Big JP travels, right? The last airline I'm looking for is Spirit. I don't care how cheap it is. Just saying. Be careful, guys.
Okay,
He's
Them
Andrew,
$10
wrong.
you had
tickets, boy.
he's wrong.
He's
He's wrong
wrong.
for tackling that girl.
Here's okay. Okay, so even at the beginning of
Why
the
is he
video,
wrong?
if you look at
So
their
we're gonna find out.
if you look at their body language, okay, just like the previous video, what did we say? The lady was pursuing the man.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay? In this video, the man was going towards the woman.
Play that back.
Correct.
Play
Okay?
that back.
That's that. We
Play that
we
back.
run it back. We run
He
it back.
was even the one who physically touched her first. He
You
didn't
can
push
now
her,
you
but
can now narrate as we go along. Go ahead.
Let me
okay.
see. Let me see.
Watch.
I just
He's
want to
Remember,
see.
walking towards her.
he's an
He is
employee now,
walking,
trying to tell this woman what the deal
Oh,
is.
he's the employee.
but
Yeah, he's the employee.
they have security. Why he doing all that when he could go to the
Okay.
But
desk
Ans,
and call
Ans,
friends
Good
he
and come
point.
might
collect the
be
child?
the
I agree.
security. He might be
Good
the
I
point.
agree with
security.
that. No, I agree with that.
No, he's
Call
not
the
the
police.
security, because
He's
I
not
agree.
no
I'm gonna play.
security.
I'm gonna
Security
play the
don't have
rest
on
of
no
the.
button down and no dress pants.
He might be a
So
well-dressed
okay,
security.
come off
And
me.
now watch this now.
But the Kangol, yeah,
He
Kangol
touched,
hot, babe.
she pushed, and now he won't fight.
Hold on, no. You said he did
Alright,
what? Let me
alright,
see.
alright,
Go
She
back,
alright,
did
man.
what?
alright. No,
Go back.
man.
Go back.
That ain't
No,
no
man.
push. That wasn't a push.
That's a
That
cheap
wasn't a
shot.
Not that.
push.
That's a cheap
I don't
shot.
mean
That's
that. Go
what that is.
back.
You
Go
don't
back,
mean that?
guys.
That one don't count. That one don't count. What
What
you
we
want me to
call
do?
Well, that
what we
one
hello.
count too. I'm talking about the initial
Go
contact.
back to her slap, please. What we
Go.
call
No, the
this
push.
in what
The
we
push.
call this what we call this in the land of all fighting, and I know women don't fight a lot. That's a cheap shot. When you reach around, the person
And
trying to
then she
break up the
break
fight,
off running.
and then
Right.
and then break off. Well, that's a cheap shot.
And
She break off
and
and
use
running.
she used
Why
the
you think she
guard.
break?
See
Hold
the
on.
guard right there? See the
Why you
guard?
think she break off running? Why you break off
Right
Take
running?
there.
that.
Why you think she break off running?
Run.
Why you think she break off running? Why?
Run. Tackle.
Why?
Spin round. Whoa, I didn't see the flip.
Explain
Okay.
why she break off running. Why she
Y'all,
hit
let
him
me.
and run?
Okay, y'all. Can I tell y'all something?
Mm-hmm.
That's a cheap shot.
Do you guys know? Okay, say for instance, just
Even K Mac find that funny.
for context purposes,
For
right?
context purposes, yes.
If he had a gun and he had a license to carry. This was a open carry, said all that, and he had shot
right.
her, even though she slapped him first. Because she was running away and was no longer a threat, he would be charged with murder.
Oh yeah, because that would be unnecessary.
Correct.
Unnecessary. The response
Unnecessary.
level.
What's it called?
The response
Yeah,
levels
yeah.
would be
You
way
can't shoot
ahead.
him because you can't shoot somebody because you get
No,
slapped. You
but
got to
what
slap
I'm
back.
saying is, after she hit him and she run,
Right.
you mean to tell me he couldn't get people to handle her?
Right. He was supposed to hold his face like this and say, "Oh my God," and go
You
back and
guys,
call security. No,
I'm
I
not
agree.
saying
That's what
that
I would have
I'm
done.
not saying that it's right. But I feel like he had many opportunities to diffuse the situation.
Let's watch the rest of the
And
Yeah.
I feel like he
But
was hoping that she hit him, so he had a reason to knock out.
Big JP
maybe.
wasn't going to be flying on Spirit.
I'm telling you, that's how
Maybe.
I feel like he
Here we
was
go
going
because
to.
I want y'all to see what happens in the end.
And I'm not saying that she's not wrong.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying both of them are wrong. The whole
There's
thing
some
is
things
wrong.
that's going to be said.
No, what's up? The woman, bro. You're not gonna fight the woman. You got the wrong person. Don't fight the woman, bro. Fight the wrong person.
He's a real cantaloupe too, boy. Check him out.
Hey, relax.
Fight no woman. I don't give a
Relax.
I fight whoever. I fight whoever.
Take a deep breath.
Put your hands on me. I fight whoever. Put your hands. I fight whoever.
Look at these two
I fight
clowns.
whoever.
Look at these two clowns. They might as
Yeah.
well kiss. Look at these two clowns, boy. The
Yeah.
hell?
So
Fuck out of here, boy.
so
But
here we have it.
truly speaking, I don't even think that guy, the guy who came in, I don't even think he
Put your
was
hands
trying
on
to.
me. Put your
I don't
hands
think he
on
was
me.
trying to protect the woman. I think he was trying to protect the guy by
Listen,
stopping
guys.
him from doing something that could have been detrimental to himself.
Listen, guys.
Jump
You
in
ain't
there.
gotta worry about
Where is
you
he?
ain't gotta
Where is
worry
he?
about
Where is
none of this shit
he?
if you just don't fly on Spirit Airline.
Oh Lord, I thought you was gonna say something profound.
I swear,
Doc, what you was
man,
gonna
take him
say?
right back off the camera.
I'm saying, where was he? Where was he when everything else was going on? Since he protecting his woman, where was he all the time?
I didn't
Where he
feel
That's
like
was?
he
not
was
I don't think that's
protecting
his
the
woman.
woman.
I don't think
I
that's
don't
his
think he
woman.
was protecting her.
So
But
what
he's
we
giving off
was
the impression like he say, "Don't fight a woman, fight me." So where you was all the time? Where you was?
the context
You
of
know
the
what I
He
mean?
video
wasn't
is
there.
that
He was in the
there
bathroom.
was something that happened between the lady and the guy that made the guy come from behind the counter. And if you listen to the video, you have some other people agreeing with him, saying that we saw what happened because he was saying, "Did you see what she did? Did you see what she did?"
Right.
But my point is in this situation here, I really appreciated how. I mean, you can't get in between every squabble. In
No,
fact, it's not safe to do so, right?
agreed. Hmm.
But there should be a village. Even the lady knew that because she wasn't going to swing at that man unless someone was there who she thought could have stopped the linebacker from rushing through
The
and tackling her
retaliation.
and doing doing the breakdance backspin across her leg.
Good
To,
thing Big JP wasn't sitting there because I wasn't stopping shit.
But I would have sit
Big
down so comfortable.
I would
I would
sit
have sat
down so
down so
Yeah,
comfortable like
comfortable.
I
I
wouldn't
ain't
have want to
stopping
get to that
shit,
either.
brother. You wanna know
You
why I ain't
understand what
stopping
I mean?
shit? Because it ain't got nothing to do with me and I ain't out here saving total strangers and putting my life on the line. If it ain't my wife or my kid, I ain't saving nobody. Straight up and down.
By the way, let's talk about that. The excellent technique this guy used to swat the dude's hand away, reach around, sprint with his opposite hand, take two
I
big
didn't see that.
steps, dive, and swat a foot and trip her down. You understand how much
Perfect
skill
timing.
that takes?
Okay, here
Yeah.
comes the
That's a
slap.
real.
Let me see what you're talking about.
You
Here comes
say
the
you say
slap.
linebacker. This guy had to play football. Look at that. Look at
Oh
that.
yeah,
Swat
yeah,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
He
yeah,
obviously played
yeah,
football.
yeah,
Obviously he
yeah,
played football. Look at that.
yeah. But here's where I give Ans, and Ans is back now. Here's where I give Ans a A+ because at the beginning of this, right here, he walking towards this woman.
Yes.
And this woman,
That's true.
she doing the hand thing and she being emotional, and he's
Yeah.
allowing himself to lose control of his
Right there.
emotions as well.
That was the connect right there.
Yeah.
But
And
hold on, I beg to differ though, because guess what? I've seen employees many times in the workforce, like when a problem starts, they'll walk towards somebody saying, "Hey, calm down, relax, relax." You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
I've seen it
Yeah.
before.
The
It doesn't
That didn't
employee
look
necessarily
did
like
mean
come.
they're
calm
trying to be
down. That didn't
aggressive.
look like calm down. Even
He
if they were
did.
mute.
The
Look at it. No,
employee
no,
did
no, no,
come.
no. Look at it good. Look at it good.
The
Take
employee
it back,
All
came
of
Doctor.
this.
right here. This
No,
guy. This guy in the black shirt. This guy in the black
but he
shirt.
shouldn't
He's
be. He
see
shouldn't.
him. He coming. See the yellow crosses. See the yellow stripe. He's like, nah, bro, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. And then he's like, nah. The
But
dude was
if
like,
he
no,
was,
I
if he
doing
was
it.
behind the
And he
counter,
back off. He's like, nah. Okay.
if he was behind the counter, he should have never come from behind the counter.
Boom.
Exactly.
That
That's what
part.
I'm saying.
That part.
That's what
That
I'm
part.
saying.
As
That's
If
what
as
there
I'm
be
as
a
a
saying.
ma-
lesson,
as a business owner myself, I always tell my staff. My staff has. I mean, we have people who, some they have good days and bad days, right? And we've had a couple instances in the foyer area. Never come from behind the counter. Now, someone
What
come
if you
behind the
spit?
counter.
What if she? What if she
Somebody
is?
come.
What if she is spit in your face and smack you? Just
So it
saying.
would
That's,
so it would take
that's
coming from
assault.
behind the counter to still be over there
That's
yapping with her.
assault.
No, I'm
That,
saying.
that,
What
that's,
that
a,
get you from around the corner?
that's
What that have
assault.
gotten you from around the corner?
Yeah,
I'd
you can
call the
defend
police.
yourself when you're being assaulted. You can defend
I'd
yourself.
call the cops.
Ants.
I
Now
would
stop it.
call the cops.
Stop it, Ants. Ants, stop it.
If
That's
I am, hold on now.
assault.
Let me put this in the perspective. If I'm
All right.
at my place of business and
Okay.
someone spits on me, would I
I didn't
fight
say
them?
spit. I said
You
spit. Oh, no, 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 no. If
spit
you
and
okay,
slap.
let's just say where you at, you're a receptionist. Not saying that's what you do. You're a
okay?
receptionist. Someone comes in, you all talking, you're trying to,
No, but she got a
service
perfect
or
job. She
whatever,
got a perfect
and
job.
some way,
She's a nurse
somehow,
in the emergency room, right?
Say it again, Dr.
Yeah, she's a
Ken.
nurse.
You work in an emergency room. You work in an emergency room, right, Ants?
Yeah, I work at the hospital. Yeah.
no, listen, guys, I knew that.
Okay.
I just
That's a
wasn't trying to
perfect
put it
Right.
example.
out there like
Right.
that. I knew
Right.
that.
Perfect
Right.
example
I
of
didn't want to
one.
put a business out there.
But
No,
I need
thank you,
y'all to
Dr. Bazan, for putting
understand
on business out there. Anyway,
my mental my level of
control.
calm is
Hans,
different. Y'all
listen to me.
listen.
Hold on. Let me
Let
explain. Let
let
me explain.
let
Let me
let
explain. Let me
let,
explain.
let
Let me
Juan
explain.
finish his
Let me explain.
point because he didn't finish his point. Go ahead.
Let's
Let me
just
take
say
this.
you're there. Somebody comes in late night. All right.
Mhm.
You're already tired. Your shift about to end. You ain't home yet. You trying to explain to a person X, Y, and Z because that's protocol. And this person, because they're in the mood they're in, spit in your face and smack you. What you gonna do? Be honest.
I've had feces thrown at me.
That's
What?
why I can't say this. It's the perfect job to
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
what's what.
She
Okay.
Y'all got
Okay.
now,
tremendous
but
restraint, boy.
I've had feces thrown at me and been called the N-word in the same sentence. So,
Dang.
and I did not physically assault the person.
JP be looking for a new job that next morning. That was a
I'm
wrap.
saying if someone. I mean,
that's part of the
did
job.
y'all
That's part of the
see?
job, brother. That's part of
Did
the
y'all
job.
So,
see?
what I'm
Did y'all
saying
see
is,
Elon Musk? Did you see Elon Musk post his rocket blast off the other day? Y'all didn't see it?
what?
Okay,
What
the
is it?
rocket blasting off. I'm just saying that would have been me. Spit on me from behind the counter.
But here's the thing, y'all, and
Right.
this is something that
I
Spit on
can't do it.
okay.
me.
Here's this: if no one that I don't care about can never get me to step outside of my character like that, I will
Mm.
Okay,
have somebody arrested real fast and press
agreed.
charges. But
All
I
right.
am not about to be fighting. I'm not about to be fighting now. If it come down to my children or my husband or something like that, maybe. But a total stranger who just want to have their way, while I'm calling the cops to collect them and press charges, I'm also calling security to escort them off the premises. Now they can't come back. Now what? I just feel like there are different ways to handle situations. I
Can I
just, mm-mm.
can I say that that's I agree with you, aunts, but for men in a man's world, it's
It's a
slightly
little different.
different.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, because in a situation like this, first of all, if the dynamic is the female is the aggressor and the man is trying to be to turn the other cheek, um, and he fails, right? He tries, but he fails. When the police get there, even if he called them, it's very likely that the man will be the one restrained, and
Facts.
the woman, they would try to stop the woman, but she probably may get 3 or 4 more blows on him whilst the police is holding him back.
So do
Um,
you
You
think
mean while the
if
police is holding her back?
so don't you think
yeah,
it would
holding
make it
him
look
and holding her. Go ahead, Hans.
but don't you think it would make it look even because I understand what you're saying. And but don't you think it would make it look even worse if this man actually got blows off on this woman and now she's bruised and got a bloody face
Oh
and
yeah, I mean, listen, ain't no man need to be hitting on the woman.
Mm-mm.
That's from
We ain't
point
we ain't advocating for that either.
one. And I think the goal of this something show episode is, well, as you can say to the women, we don't want women hitting on men. I
no,
should have
keep
had
your
the
hands to
video
yourself. Keep your hands
with
to
the
yourself.
woman
Yeah, that part.
kickboxer that Ken posted, where the lady she was welcome to hit the other kickboxer in the stomach with all of her might, and she's a trained professional, and she didn't phase to do it. And we want women to understand that in yes, you can, if you hit a vital point, you can knock somebody, you can knock a dude out, women, but don't take that risk, because the chance that he may get back up, and the chance of him running you down and tackling you and doing a disco spin on your leg and trample you is quite high.
Disco
So
spin.
But I also need women to understand that when you hit someone, expect to be hit back. Just expect that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I don't
yeah,
like the mindset that some women feel like they can hit men. I hate I hate it that mindset. So don't hit someone and then be shocked when they slap you back. I mean, I feel
Yep.
like that's one on like one on one of
They,
what parents teach as
they
kids. If
they
someone
can't
hits
help
you, you
being
hit it
shocked.
back.
They can't help being shocked, Ants, because they never been hit like that in their life. Because you don't understand, and a lot of women don't understand the power that men carry around just randomly until they're hit full force, or even half force by any dude, much less
Well, you know what?
someone who's trained at throwing a strike. So, like you said, don't hit to begin with.
Don't hit. Or they'll be like kids. Like when kids are little, you tell them not to touch something because it's hot, and they won't touch
yeah,
it anyway. So
yeah.
when you don't listen, you just gotta feel sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
I'm a I'm a I'm a I'm I'm a certified women's self defense instructor under Gracie Jiu Jitsu. All right.
Nice. Hmm.
I've been for quite a while. I've taught the course a couple of times, and if it's one thing that they teach you in the course, is that number one, don't get it twisted. Always realize that most times you can be defending yourself. This is defense now. Defending
Yes.
yourself against someone that is larger and stronger than you. But at the same time, what they tell you is, if you try a certain technique and it doesn't work, the best thing for you to do is calm down and relax, and don't anger the person. So let's say
Mm.
this is not one of the techniques, but let's just say because women always say to me, "Oh, I kick him in the groin." You know what? I've as a in the ring, in sanctioned fights, I've been kicked in the groin many times, and guess what? You have to continue fighting, and I'm able to continue fighting by other men. So if a woman kicks me in the groin, I'm just going to get pissed. So imagine somebody bigger than me. You kick him in the groin. What you think? Only on TV you see these guys drop to the ground and for 5 minutes they're on the ground and can't move. That don't happen in real life.
Yep.
They can say "ow" and it's gonna hurt. Then he's gonna grab you by the throat and he's gonna smash your face. Right? So, so, so always try to explain that to women. Like, unless you catch bone on skin, you're not gonna stop a guy in his tracks. Don't let him be wearing some baggy jeans. You might miss entirely.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not one of the things that's taught in the course. So the goal is never get it in your head that after you've learned all these techniques, you're now invincible. These techniques are to help you to survive an attack and
Yeah.
not turn into Jennifer Lopez.
In
You
the
understand
but
what I'm saying?
you took it right. I was just about to say the Jennifer Lopez movie Enough.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. My wife watched that back in the day, right? And she was amazed. I said, "You try that shit in real life. Jennifer Lopez is a rapper. I promise you that. It's a rapper, bro. I don't care what that. She trained for like an hour. and then she want to go to it. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah. Final words, lady and gentlemen.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
My only
Yeah.
final word would be, people, keep your hands to yourselves. That's it. That's all.
Ah,
That
I
is
was
it.
short
That is
enough.
all.
I wish all the final words could be that short. I had to get something in there. This show is too well put together, and everybody. I had to, I had to break it a little bit, slightly.
Doc, you got any final words? And you said a
Well,
lot at the tail end.
we started off the show looking at a male, I guess, being abused by his partner, and that's something that is underreported in the Bahamas and probably around the world. There's actually a newspaper report on it a few months ago, I think in December or January. There was a study done by the University of the Bahamas about men who are abused in relationships and how much they don't speak up. And it's true. And I've seen quite a few of these patients. They come to the hospital and they lie about whatever happened to them. The truth might eventually come out, because you know the difference between a headache and a fall down and somebody who hit you with a frying pan. Like, you know the difference. The clinician can tell the difference, right?
Yeah,
So it's underreported, but I want to encourage, because, and it's not like Dr. Jordan Peterson said, it's not because these guys can't fight back. They won't fight back. And once you've established, or once the women in these situations have established that they can hit this guy and he won't fight back, then they tend to exploit that. And a lot of times the guy can end up getting hurt because he refuses to fight back. Not that he can't. He can. He absolutely can defend himself, but he won't. So, unfortunately, sometimes it ends up in very bad situations. But I want to encourage people, like everybody's saying on the show, keep your hands to yourself. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship, walk away. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even get to putting hands on somebody. As soon as you realize that you're in a situation with a person who's too feisty, then you don't want to
Stop it. That's an inside joke, y'all.
you don't want to be in a situation with a person like that. That's the kind of person you want to walk away from. Anybody who loves you and respects you would never hit you. Would never hit you. Never.
That's right.
Never. So that's something that I hope that nobody has to tolerate in their relationship, and nobody should.
That's right.
Fox. Juan, anybody else? Final words?
Yeah. Personally speaking, I think everybody need to keep their hands to themselves. But let's not kid ourselves. The only reason why you have women like that in that video, not all in that particular video, acting out the way they do, that video right there, is because they know nothing's going to happen to them. As far as when the police comes around, they're going to get a lesser charge, or maybe even nothing happen at all. Most of the times, not even get hands put on them. Okay? But in 2024, Lady Joe must understand something. Certain men out here are just as emotional as you, so to speak. And the same way where you require or want equal rights, you must expect equal lefts also. And when I say equal lefts, I talk about a right punch and a left punch coming from emotional ass men. Okay? So please, men, if you encounter a lady like that lady in that video, you must be able to walk away early. Don't wait for it to get to that point, because by the time you get to that point, you're already putting yourself at risk. All right? And 9 times out of 10, he experienced that before in the home. Because if she is bold enough to pull that whole shebang in public, you understand? I could guarantee you what happened in the home before. So in some way, shape, or form, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's his fault, but he tolerates the bullshit. You have to cut that off and move on 100%.
Yeah. Well, I think the only thing I need to add to that is nothing, because
And Random
We
boy.
human
Captain
beings. We
Random.
are human beings. And human beings are the most vicious creatures on the planet. But we are supposed to have the most sense. And I don't know. So people who out there fighting, this includes the wars that's happening. I'm talking about Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Palestine and Hamas. All y'all, please. Y'all human beings. Human beings with sense. Good sense. And I think who said it at the beginning? Doc, you said it. A lot of bad things may have happened, but you at some point you have to let things go. Forgiveness is the path to peace. If you harboring things, you keeping them receipts, you harboring all those feelings, all you're doing is letting anger build up inside you, and when that rocket busts off, nobody wins.
And if you're gonna let your rocket bust it off in front of Anne, because she ain't gonna do nothing.
Not because I won't do nothing doesn't mean I don't have people who would do things for me.
Hey,
See,
hey, guess what, y'all?
and there goes,
Hey,
and there's the
hey,
war.
hey, hey.
And there's the start of the war. There's a
She's so
mosquito trying to
easily
bite
triggered.
me.
I love it.
I felt like biting. We got 4 minutes
She
left.
triggered easily.
And,
Yo, came back. She triggered easy, babe.
All right, I need y'all guys to stay on whilst the upload takes place. Ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 88 of the Sup'm Show. We winding down the season, y'all, and you can see there's been some little suggestions and improvements that we're making in the show, but we're gonna do a complete overhaul quite soon. But we do appreciate all of your support. You guys watching, make sure you send us comment on the show, send us to the supmshow@gmail.com if you have anything you want us to talk about. We love to talk about it. So
that part.
That's it.
Dyson Knight, JP, and Thought the Kent Bazaar. Every 6:30, y'all. Come join us. You know you love it. We out.
Peace.